Hey everybody, it's good to be back with you. Another quick little episode on some of the social media tips and tricks that we're sharing with the good people in Malawi in the tourism industry and hospitality industry. Today I'm going to be talking about one of the topics that actually came up in one of our previous sessions during the Q&A sessions on WhatsApp, and that is how do you take ownership of your Google business listing or your search listing where someone else has actually pinned your information onto the Google map. So I'm going to be very quick, take you through some of the very basic steps to help you take ownership of your profile, because it's so important, as we've mentioned in previous sessions, that you take ownership of your profile. It's a free profile provided by Google, and it gives you the ability to be able to rank better in terms of search and also map functionality within the Google universe. Why that's important is because Google Maps is the #1 used app on mobile devices across the world. And specifically when it comes to travel and tourism, it's important that your content is easy to be found, easy to be shared, and easy to be updated. So that's what we're going to focus on today. So if you take a look at what I have on screen, you'll see that I've just done a very simple search for Cape Maclear in Malawi. And here in the map, you can see some of the results that have come up. And as we've seen in the past, couple of interesting pins that have been dropped here. This one I actually remember being there and doing a learning session in Cape Maclear, and that was lots of fun. And you'll actually see, I think I actually did a review of this. Oh, there you go. There's my review. And so there you can see that as a local guide, I was able to make a little review there and add some pictures. And I think that's one of the things that you want to be able to encourage your people to do when they come and visit your particular location. I see here's another listing for Banana House. Now you can see Banana House is not a full listing, even although it's got a telephone number. You can see that it doesn't have too much other information available, so no hours, no website, no photos. And there's some other web results that are coming up here. So this looks like a listing that a potential user has created on Google Maps and shared, but the actual owner of Banana House isn't really aware of what's going on here. So this is what we want to be able to jump onto and to be able to show you the difference. Let's take a look very quickly at what one of the full listings looks like. Let's have a look. Oh, here we go. Another great location. Here you can see that we have a lodge that has taken the time and energy to actually list all of their information. You can see the website's been added, the address has been added, but it still looks like this hasn't been claimed, which means that someone is not actually managing this listing specifically. So this happens when you've got booking engines, and like we've seen here with different rates that are available that have actually got information for this listing. But I think our good friend Al needs to make a change here and actually own this content piece. And again, you can see I visited there a little while ago, just about a year ago. And this is what I want to show you now, how you can take ownership of this listing and make it yours. All right, so now you've found your listing. This is going to be your business listing. So once you've registered your Gmail account, and it's the account that you want to use to manage this listing, make sure that you've logged in with that Gmail account before you click this claim button. So when I click this button here that says claim this business, it's going to fire up the business.google.com website. And here it's going to ask me to verify information in order for me to actually take ownership of this particular listing. All right, so it looks like I just need to bring you across to this page real quick. All right, there we go. So now you can see the same lodge information is shown here. And here you can see that I've logged in using my Gmail account, and there it shows my identity. And here it's going to ask us really just to agree to the terms and conditions. And I can then actually start clicking on this particular listing to take ownership of the listing. Now, Google will go through a verification process to make sure that you can't just take any person's listing. So rest assured that this is a security feature that's being built into the Google Maps and Google Search, Google My Business. And they will make sure that once verified, only then does the information get updated. So any information that you include, which would be menus, it could be video, it could be photos, it could be reviews, all of that information will only be published once verified. And we'll show you what that looks like. So if I click here on Manage Now, you can see that it asks me to confirm all the bits of information that is pertinent to this listing. and it actually asks me to include a category, which in this case is a lodge. And then it goes further on to actually ask me to outline and identify the details as far as the address is concerned. Very important for you to be able to put this information in so that you can be found when people are searching for things to do and places to go in and around that particular area. All right, so as you go through this process, you'll notice that Google will often stop you before the information has been included to take the next step. And for the purposes of this presentation today, since I'm not going to be owning this listing myself, I'm going to let you go and find your profile that's on Google Maps and in Google Search, go through the process of claiming your business, updating your information, and going through the verification process. Now, GIZ and the people at the Myra Project will be very happy to help you through that verification process, which can be quite tedious. I recommend that you use the option that allows them to give you a phone call or to do a video call to verify your information. But if your information is easily verifiable by Google, or you get someone like a local guide like myself from Google to verify that information, that step becomes quite simple and easy. So that covers all of the important stuff that we spoke about in one of the previous sessions. And that was to be able to take ownership of a listing that may be incorrectly submitted or where there's incorrect information in that listing. Once you've done this and once you've actually taken control of your listing, you'll have full access to all the features and functionality that business from Google offers. Reviewing your customer reviews, adding specials, adding photos, I've already said photos, videos, and also things like menu options, and also promote certain campaigns or certain offers that you might have. I look forward to talking to you all more in more detail soon. Look forward to those Q&A sessions that we'll have on WhatsApp. And as always, we'll make all the information available to you so that you can find it and reference it easily. Thank you so much.